Today I'm going to be making candy corn peanut butter bars. You need 3 ingredients for this recipe and that's it. You're going to need 12 ounces of candy corn. Some of my candy corn got hot in the car. It doesn't matter though because we're going to be melting this anyway. You're going to need 2 bags of candy corn unless you get 1 big bag because you need 16 ounces. So I weighed this out and I have 16 ounces of candy corn. You need 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. You may be able to use crunchy, I don't know. I don't see why it would hurt to use crunchy if you want. You need 1 cup of peanut butter. I'm using Jif. You have to use regular peanut butter, not natural peanut butter. And then you need some, I'm using some chocolate flavored almond bark because it melts well. But if you want to buy any of the melting chocolate, Ghirardelli, whatever, you can have that on hand. And that, I bought a pound. This is a 1 pound, 8 ounces. This is a 24 ounce container. That's how much of this I bought. So we'll see how far it takes us. You need a 9 by 13 inch pan. This is like a lasagna size pan. And you want to align it with parchment paper. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be melting our candy corn. You want to melt it for 30-second intervals and then like 30 seconds and then stir it, and then you can even go 15 seconds, but don't do it too long or it will seize and it won't work. So that's the first thing we're going to do, and then we'll be back. This is what it looks like melted. So now we want to add our whole cup of peanut butter to this, and then we're going to stir it. I've switched over to a spoon, and now we're going to take this whole mixture and pour it into our pan, and we're going to spread it out. Okay, so now at this point, you need to just let this get to room temperature. I don't think it'll take long, but we want to, once it gets to room temperature, we'll be back. I just lightly touched this and it feels like it's at room temperature to me. It did not take long at all. I mean, like 15 minutes, that's it. So I have my almond bark, chocolate flavored almond bark, and I'm going to use half of this and we'll see. I think that'll be plenty because I just want to melt. Oh, there we go. I just want to melt enough to coat the top of the mix. It says melting instructions. Place desired amount of coating in a microwave safe bowl. Microwave at full power for 60 seconds. Stir thoroughly. Continue to heat in 15-second increments until product is smooth. Overheating of coating will cause it to burn. So I'm going to melt this completely, and then I'm going to bring it back and we're going to pour it over the top of our candy corn mix. So this took a minute, and then we stirred it, and then just 15 seconds additional time. So I'm going to pour mine on top, and then we're going to let this cool to room temperature. But if you wanted to, you could have gone ahead and cut up. You could have cut up the peanut butter candy corn mix into bars, and you could have individually dipped the bars into the chocolate if you wanted them completely coated. I personally would just rather have the chocolate on the top because I think that'll be easier, but I don't know. Maybe it won't be. We'll see. Chocolate has completely dried, and you can tell because it goes from a glossy color to a very like matte color. So I'm just gonna lift this up. I have a cutting board. I'm gonna put it on. So these were very easy to make. Just how does it taste?
Yeah,
Is it gonna?
Just gotta have a microwave. Really, they're softer than I thought they would be. They're a little chewy on the bottom, but not nearly what I thought they would be. I thought they would be like really hard and dense, because when you were scraping that bowl and spreading the bottom, I thought it was going to be gloopy, like awful.
The bowl,
Really not bad.
I would highly recommend that you melt the candy corn in a glass bowl. It's going to be very, very hot when you use the microwave, so get a pot holder or something. Very hot. But I would use a glass bowl, and you will want to either wash it immediately or let it soak. I normally don't let things soak. I did let that soak. I put the hottest water I could in there, let it soak, and it was fine after that. I love the flavor of the peanut butter in this. You really taste it. And that's the flavor that I'm mainly getting. I don't think anybody would ever know that there was candy corn in this at all.
Literally, all I taste is peanut butter and chocolate. And the candy corn gives it kind of the texture and a sugary base, but that's about it. It really doesn't taste like candy corn.
Not at all.
I ate all mine.
I plan on eating on
It's
mine
really,
too.
really good. I'm really surprised at the amount of peanut butter that comes out of
I am
as far
too.
as the flavor goes. And you can use whatever chocolate you want. The almond bark is just really nice because it melts nice. It dries when it hardens or cools off. It really has a nice texture. It's not hard, or because sometimes you melt regular chocolate chips, it's like hard on top, and this is kind of still soft enough to where it's really pleasurable to eat.
I think you could do this if you wanted to use the white almond bark.
I was wondering if you thought it would do white.
I do.
It would make it even sweeter, which I can't even imagine.
I think it would be sweeter for me. Nothing wrong with that.
Pretty sweet.
I wonder still if it would work in an 8x8 or a 9x9.
I wouldn't want it to be any thicker.
And make it thicker because, well, I'm just a glutton. I like a lot.
Yeah, but it's kind of chewy, and that would be awful.
I think
thick.
it would be, yes. I definitely think it would be even chewier.
Yeah, it'd be harder to eat.
It's just me wanting more. Is the only reason I'm even wondering that, because I always want more.
I think it would almost get to the point of being it would be too tough to eat, but it would be much tougher to eat a thicker bar.
Because this is chewy. It is. If you wanted to make them more like, it would be like little candy bars, then you could cut these out, and instead of, like I said, instead of putting the chocolate on top, you could dip each individual one. If you wanted to,
you could do that, but it would take you so much longer.
I think it would too.
I don't think the results would be any different. Really.
No, because and it might be stickier on your hands or whatever. I think these will be easier to like you can stack these.
Yeah,
and I don't know if those other ones, if you dipped them, if they would be as stackable.
I wouldn't dip them.
But you also, if you wanted to decorate them, I had extra candy corn left. When that chocolate is still wet, you could put one little piece where you're going to make your cuts, or you could take like Halloween sprinkles or fall sprinkles or whatever and sprinkle it all over the top. So candy corn is one of those things that's available year round, not just for Halloween. So if you go in the candy aisle, you can still get candy corn at like Christmas time. So in order to turn this into Christmas, because it's going to be orange no matter what, would you just put like
Sprinkles on top.
just sprinkles?
Yeah.
I think the sprinkles will make a big difference.
Yeah, because you couldn't put like green dye or something in the orange because it would be weird looking.
Yeah.
Or red or something.
Yeah.
You could probably make it red, but
I wouldn't put any
it
dye in
doesn't
there.
stay soft very long when it's melted.
You need to work quick. Yeah, get ready to. You need to be. It's kind of like those no bake peanut butter drop cookies. You have to work quick with that, or it will firm up real quick. The same thing with this; it firms up really quick. But I would totally make this again. I think it's
really
easy.
Good.
It would be good party food because you saw that we had it in our hands. It didn't make a mess or anything
not even melt.
No.
I mean, I'm sure the chocolate would melt if you held it long enough.
If you held it, but I mean, you're gonna want to eat it. Yeah.
And the pieces you can make them as big and small as you wanted to. So.
And you would think one more thing. You would think it would be over the top sweet. And I don't think it is.
It's pretty sweet.
It's sweet, but it's not over the top sweet. Now, if
it's not sickeningly sweet.
No, if you use the white almond bark,
then
it might be sickeningly sweet, which I would be fine with.
Can you imagine sprinkling, like this is sweet. Can you imagine getting some salty on top, like some...
that Malden. You could even put Malden
You could sprinkle salt on top.
that.
I was thinking even pretzels. Like you could do broken pretzel sticks and sprinkle those on top and add a little salty element.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff you could do to jazz it up if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Stick candy pieces on top. I mean, the choices are endless, basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, and this Christmas, there's a brand that's coming out with a whole line of sprinkles that are going to be like seasoned sprinkles, like gingerbread sprinkles. And they're going to have all kinds of different flavors. And so you could absolutely use something like that on the top, sprinkle that on the top of this. But just know you don't have to do any of that because we like it just the way it was. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.